Hi everyone, welcome to CV Updates. Thanks for watching this video. In this video, I am explaining one of the most important Java interview questions, that is internal working of hash map. As part of this session, I want to cover the below topics. Internal working of hash map, how does put method works internally, what is a load factor, what is a hash collision, how does get method works internally, usage of equals and hash code method in hash map, usage of compare to method in hash map, Java 1.8 enhancement with respect to hash map. So let's discuss one after the other. First one is internal working of hash map. Let's see how the data is stored in the hash map. Hash map stores the data in the form of key value pair, and algorithm works only based on key. Here key is of type any object, value is also type of any object. So what happens internally when we create a new hash map? Here I have shown multiple ways to create a hash map object. The syntax is same, but I have taken multiple examples here. We can create a hash map object by considering any type of object as a key and any type of object as a value. By using the concept of generics, I have created these hash maps. So for this example, I am considering string as a key, integer as a value. Whenever we create a hash map like this, JVM creates 16 entries or buckets in the heap memory as shown in the picture, and the index starts from 0 to 15. All the objects that we create in Java are stored in the heap memory. In the same manner, hash map objects are also stored into the heap memory. So let's add the entries to the hash map and let's see what happens. So we have seen hash map follows 16 entries when we create a new hash map object. In case I want to put few more entries or elements to the hash map, yes, it is possible we can add more entries to the hash map. If hash map reaches more than 75% of its capacity, then it doubles the existing load factor and its capacity. So here, what is a load factor? Load factor is nothing but the threshold value. Threshold value for the newly created hash map, it is 12, means which is 75%. Once the hash map reaches 75%, then it increases the capacity and the load factor. Apart from increasing the capacity and the load factor, it also does copying the existing hash map into the new hash map. As part of this, JVM takes each and every element from the existing hash map. For each and every element, it calculates again the hash code and it tries to put the each and every node into the new hash map. This is how it increases the load factor and it increases the capacity whenever the hash map reaches to the threshold value. So let's see one example for this. Copied this project into the GitHub. You can download this code from the video description and I'll show the process of downloading. I have created a empty hash map here and I'm trying to get the essential size. I have added 12 entries to it, fetching the size of it, and I'm trying to fetch the threshold and capacity of the map by using the reflection API, and I'm trying to add one more entry to my map, and I'm trying to fetch the size, threshold and capacity again. So this is about the program. Let's try to execute this program. Right click on the program, run as Java application. So if you can see the output of it, initial size of the map is 0. Size after adding 12 entries is 12. Threshold of the map after adding 12 entries is 12. Capacity of the map after adding 12 entries is 16. Size of the map after adding 13 entries. I have added one more entry. After that, size is 13. But the threshold has increased to 12 to 24. Capacity also has increased from 16 to 32. This is one program. Let's see another program. This is about just creating the hash map and adding the string objects to the hash map. Created a empty hash map with string as a key and integer as a value. I have created multiple string objects here and I have added multiple string objects here. But S4 is a duplicate of S1. So S4 replaces the S1. Means one value replaced by 4. Let's see the output. Right click on the program, run as Java application. So if you can't see the output, Narasimha 3, CV4 and SV2. SV and Narasimha are the unique. So CV is a duplicate one and one is replaced with a 4. This is about the simple program. Let's look at the another example, that is primitive key in hash map. Actually hash map allows object type as a key and object type as a value, and it doesn't allow primitive as a key and primitive as a value.
In case I want to create a hash map object with a primitive as a key and primitive as a value.
So it is giving a syntax error. Map is not allowing primitives to create a hash map. So done is I have created multiple string objects here and I have created an empty hash map. We can add primitive to the hash map, but it is not recommended. I have added 1, 2, 3 and S1, S2, S3. It executes properly, but it is not a recommended approach. Let's try to execute this program. Right click on the program, run as Java application. So if you can't see the output without any issues, the program has compiled and executed. So we can add primitives as a values to the hash map. We cannot create a hash map with a primitive. And I want to show one more thing. So I have changed the map. I have added generics here, integer and string. So the entries are same. Let's try to execute the program and see the output. So it has allowed. Though I have mentioned the generics of type integer and string, key as a integer and a value as a string, then it allowed. I have not mentioned the generics here. I am getting the type mismatch. So I had to use this code. So the usage of generics is typecasting and the type safety. So
I am not typecasting manually in case I am using the generics for key and value.
So in this case I am getting the object and I have to manually typecast it. So let's discuss further internal working of hash map. So let's see what exactly inside a bucket. Whenever we create a hash map, JVM creates the index from 0 to 15. So each and every index represent a bucket or a linked list. So let's take a look of another topic. What is a bucket and how the bucket looks like. Let's see what exactly inside a bucket. As shown in the picture,
A linked list or a bucket contains n number of nodes and each node also called as entry. Programmatically, node class implements entry interface.
let's see what happens when we add nodes to the linked list.
When we create a new hash map, then it is a start state. Whenever we put the entries or nodes to the hash map, then JVM calculates the hash code of the data. After that, it finds a suitable bucket or linked list and it is going to put the node into the particular bucket. If it is a first node, then it simply adds to the bucket. Otherwise, it checks the existing node with a new node.
Ideology is putting the node into the hash map, and whenever we are trying to put the second node into the hash map, then first node pointer points to the second node data, and whenever we put the third item to the hash map, second node pointer points to the third node data. Okay, this is how the bucket looks like and the data is added to the linked list. Let's look at the another topic called put method. So here is a syntax of put method. Map dot put of key comma value. So here map is a object of hash map and we are calling a put method and passing first parameter as a key and second parameter as a value. In this example, I am taking string as a key and integer as a value. I am trying to put AA and 1 to my map. So what happens whenever I am putting this entry to the hash map? First it takes the object of the string, JVM tries to find out the hash code of this object, and first it trying to find the hash code. It directly goes to the object class hash code, and string object has overridden the hash code method. Then it goes to the string class hash code method. It tries to calculate the hash code of AA. Then next step, it tries to find out the bucket index by using the hash code and length -1. Okay, by calculating this one with the help of bitwise operator, it calculates the index, and we got the index of 0 and the entry, the node added to the linked list as shown here. Means AA1 and the pointer is initially it is a null, and this is how it added to the linked list. So we are trying to put one more entry to the hash map, that is a AB of 2. In the same manner, AB is taken and it try to find out the hash code of it, goes to the object class hash code and comes to the string class hash code, and it finds the hash code as 2081, and it goes to find out the bucket index, and by using this one hash code and the length -1 with the bitwise operator, it finds the index of the bucket. Then we found that index is 1. We already have a node into the 0th index, and this is a first index. It is trying to add the new node to the first index. It is added, means 0th index, first entry is added, first index, another entry is added. This is fine. Let's put one more entry to the hash map. This time I am adding BB and 3 to the hash map. BB string is trying to find out the hash code, and in the same manner go to the string hash code and it finds the hash code 2112, and again it's tried to find out the index of it, and this time bucket index is also 0. So in case you consider AA contains the hash code of 2112 and index is 0, BB 2112 has a hash code and the index is 0. If you can see, both AA and BB both are having same hash code and both are having same index. So here I can say this is a hash collision. Both objects are having same hash code and same bucket index. So let's try to put the entry to the index 0. So already we have an entry into the index 0, and we are trying to put the BB, 3 node into the 0th bucket. So here it is a hash collision. To resolve this issue, we have to go to the equals method. Here is a use of equals method. What we are trying to put? We are trying to put the new object into the hash map. The particular bucket already has a entry. So what JVM does is, it takes the existing node and it tries to equal with the current object with the existing object by using the equals method. It goes to the object class equals method and it comes to the string class equals method, because we are using a string here, so it comes to the string class equals method and tries to find out the equality between these two objects, and these two objects are different. So what it tries to add the new entry to the existing entry. So this is how the new entry is added to the existing bucket. So here one thing I can confirm, one of the important interview questions, can two different strings can have a same hash code? Yes, it is possible. Two different strings can have a similar hash code. So
This is how we can add different objects with the same hash code can put into the same bucket by using the equals method.
So let's understand internal working of hash map. Here is a whole process of creating the hash map and executing the hash code method, executing the equals method, how to handle the hash collision. Everything is explained here. Let's understand one by one. So first is map.put of key comma value. So whenever we execute this statement, then control goes to the hash code method of object class. Then it's try to execute the particular class hash code method. So if it is a string class, then string class hash code method is executed. In case we have written our own custom class, then our custom class hash code method is executed. So in case we have not overridden the hash code method, then object class hash code method has been executed. So once the hash code is calculated, then it tries to find out the bucket based on the length and the hash code by using the bitwise operator. Then it tries to find out the bucket index. Once the bucket index is found out, then it tries to find out whether the entries are available in that index. Entries are already available in that particular bucket index, then that is a hash collision. If the entries are not available in this particular bucket index, then it is not a hash collision. Then in that case, it directly add the node as a first entry to the linked list. If it is a hash collision, then it tries to execute the equals method of object. So in case if it is a string class, then string class equals method is executed. It takes the already available entry and it find the equality between new entry versus already available entry. Then if both are equal, then tries to replace the value of the existing node. If the keys are not equal, then it tries to add the next node to the linked list. So this is a internal working of hash map.
In addition to this, there is an enhancement in Java 1.8 with respect to hash map performance improvement. With the concept of binary tree, it has been implemented in hash map, and for that compare to method has been used. In our example, the compare to method is executed right after the equals method. Means if the hash code of the elements is equal, then equals method is executed, and after that compare to method is executed.
So the next topic is working of get method. So whenever we search a node or whenever we search an entry in the map, then it follows this method. So we want to find out some entry in the hash map, then so how to find a node in the hash map? So we are trying to find out item 3 in the hash map. So first it will find out the bucket index. By using the input, it tries to find out the bucket index. After finding the bucket index, it will try to find out the nodes inside the bucket index. Using the bucket index, it finds a linked list. It found the linked list, so it understands that there are multiple entries in the linked list. So it will traverse one by one.
First, item 3 taken as an input, and item 3 is compared with the item 1 by using the equals method, and it is false. Then it traverses to the next node, and item 3 is compared with the item 2 by using the equals method, and it is false. Then item 3 is compared with the item 3 node, and it is equal. Finally, item 3 value is returned.
The get method. So this is how the get method works. So let's see some of the practical for put and get method. So first I wanted to show custom key in HashMap. So I have created a custom key called employee, and I am trying to create an empty hash map with a employee as a key and integer as a value, and trying to put the employee objects to my hash map, and I'm trying to get the values. So in case I'm trying to put a custom class into the hash map as a key, then what are the things that we need to follow? Let's see. So this is a immutable class. So whenever we are trying to put something as a key to the collection, like a hash map or a hash table, then it has to be an immutable class. I'll explain that thing as well. So if it is not immutable, then what is the consequences that we have to face? So we have to make it as a immutable. That is the reason I have made it as a final, and I have implemented a serializable and comparable interface. So if it is a comparable, then I have to override the compare method. I'll show what is the importance of this method as well. So, and I have taken multiple fields here: ID, name, salary, and I have created a constructor, and I have written getter methods, and I have written a hash code equals method. This is my class employee. I am using this class as a key to the hash map. It is mandatory to override equals hash code and compare to methods in the custom class, and fields must be final and class must be final, and we should implement serializable and comparable interfaces, and we should not write setter methods. Okay, as it is a immutable class, we should not write setter methods. This is a perfect custom class using as a key to the hash map. Using the custom object key to the hash map, overridden all these three methods equals hash code compared to. It is mandatory to override these three methods whenever we are using custom class as a key to the hash map or set or a hash table. So I have created multiple objects here. So in these 4 objects, 2 objects are employee 1 and employee 4 are the equal objects. So let's see what happens. So here I am putting all these objects to the hash map. Here is the comment: employee 4 should replace the employee 1 because both keys are equal. 1 value should replace the 4 value. So let's try to execute this program. I'm printing the output by iterating the values. Right click on the program, run as Java application. So if you can see the output, I'm printing the hash code. Where I'm printing this hash code? In the employee class, if you can see in employee hash code method. So if you open the employee class, if you go to hash code method, I have written a SOP statement here. I have written one more SOP statement here for equals. For the compare to method also, I have written a SOP statement. If you can see, 4 times the hash code method has been executed. Means whenever we are calling a put method, it is calling the hash code method. It is trying to find out the bucket. These 3 are unique. So that is the reason equals method did not execute. So for the 4th entry, the hash code is same. So the bucket is same. So that is the reason it comes to the equals method, and it trying to find out the difference between 2 objects. And the 2 keys are equal. That is the reason the value 4 has been replaced with a value 1. So in the previous example, we have seen custom key in the hash map and integer we have taken as a value. But in this example, we want to explain custom key and custom value. Both are custom. I have already explained this employee using the custom class employee as a key to the hash map and overridden all these 3 methods equals hash code and compare to. Already explained this one. Let's see the address class. Here I am creating an address class as a value to the hash map.
I have overridden equals hash code and compared to methods in the address class. It is not mandatory to override equals hash code and compared to methods in the custom class. Whenever we are using custom class as a value to the hash map or hash table.
So this is nothing but whenever we are using custom object as a value to the hash map, then it is not mandatory to override these three methods. But in case you override these three methods, that won't give any false result. So open the address class and see. I've created this as a immutable class and comparably implemented, serializable interface implemented. I've taken two fields called city and country. Both are strings, and I've written a getter methods, and I've written a hash code, and I've written equals method, and I've written compare to method, and I've written toString method here. So I've added this, and in the address 1 is something and address 4 is something different. So city is HY and country in IN, and in the fourth address city is WG and the country is IN. Employee 1 and the employee 4 are the same. In this case, so what is expected is address 1 value should be replaced with the address 4.
This output we should expect from this program.
Let's try to execute this program. Right clicking on the program, run as Java application. So if you can't see, employee hash code has executed 4 times, but if you can see, first 3 hash codes are unique. 4th hash code is duplicate 1, which is a duplicate of 1. So that is the reason it has executed the equals method, and it has printed the output address value has been overridden with a HYIN. So it is an expected output, that is fine. But in case if you understand this one, there is no execution of the address class hash code method or address class equals method. So I have written SOP statements in the address class compared to method, address class equals method, and address class hash code method as well. So I am using get class get name. In case the hash code method of address class has been executed, then this address class name has printed and the hash code has been printed, and the result of the hash code has been printed. So let's take another example. So here I have taken custom key as address and custom value as employee. Means reverse to the previous one. Here I have taken employee as a key, address as a value, but here I am taking address as a key and employee as a value. So why I am doing this? Because just to explain, only the key, hash code and equals method are executing, not the value related equals and hash code method.
I have created 4 address object. In that address 4 is duplicate of address 1, and I have created 4 employee objects. All are unique, but employee 1 replaced with the employee 4 means CV replaced with a Chandra and salary 4000 replaced with the 5000, and this is the expected output.
If you take a look at here, I have created a hash map with the address as a key and value as an employee. So I have put all these 4 entries, and I am trying to print the entries. So let's try to execute this program and try to see the output. Right click on the program, run as Java application. So if you can take a look of this output, address class hash code method has been executed for the 4 times, and for the first 3 times the hash code is unique. 4th time the hash code is duplicate. So that is the reason it has executed the equals method, and CV has been overridden with a Chandra 4000 has been overridden with a 5000. This is the output. So just to make you to understand, the logic is working on only key, not on the value.
In case there is a duplicate key, then the value will be overridden. If the hash code or buckets are same but the content inside the object is different, then it just added as a next node to the existing node. Means it makes the link to the existing node and it won't replace the value. This is another example that I wanted to explain. So let me explain one more example. I'm keep stressing on immutable object we have to use as a key. In case I'm not using a immutable object as a key to the hash map, or I'm using a non-immutable object as a key to the hash map, then what happens?
I have created a class called a non-immutable custom key. So I have created a operator for this, and I am using operator as a key, integer as a value. So I'm trying to print the values. So let's go to the non-immutable class. Using the custom object operator as a key to the hash map, overridden equals hash code and compare to methods. It is mandatory to override equals hash code and compare to methods when we are using a custom class as a key to the hash map, hash set or hash tuple. So let's go to the operator and let's understand. So it is a non-immutable class, named it as an operator because we have written a setter methods and the class is not final, and we are using object of this as a key to the hash map. So I have created two fields called ID and name, and which are not final, and class is also not final. But I have implemented a comparable interface, and in case if you look at this one, I have written a setter methods. So when we are writing the setter method, then we can understand it is a non-immutable class. So I have written a hash code method equals method and compare to method, to string method. I have created empty hash map with the operator as a key, and I am trying to put the operator to the hash map. So I have created multiple entries and one is a duplicate one. So I'm iterating the map and I'm trying to print the map. And if you can see, program is fine till this point. Means program working is fine. Though we have written a non-immutable class and we are using key as a non-immutable, till this point program is fine. I'm trying to fetch the operator 3 before modifying. I think I will get the value of it. What I am doing is operator 3 dot set name of Chandra. Operator 3, what name it is? It is a Narasimha. I am making it as a Chandra. And
What I am doing is I am creating a new operator with the ID as 103 and name as Chandra.
I am setting the name Chandra, but with the same details I am creating a operator 5. And in this case I am fetching the operator after modification, means name I am setting to the operator 3. So I am trying to fetch the this object from the map. So let's see what happens. And I have created a new object with the same details. I am trying to fetch the value. Let's see what happens. I am trying to iterate the map. So let's see what is the output. So right clicking on the program, run as Java application. So if you take a look up for the first time for loop, we are printing the values, 3 values. The output is correct, means operator 1 has been overridden with the operator 4 because both keys
Content is same.
That is the reason 4 value has been overridden the 1. So the next one is fetching the operator 3 before modification. means I am getting the operator 3 from the map. I got the value of 3. So till this point the structure of the map has not changed. So I set the name Chandra to the operator 3. So previously the operator 3 name is Narsimha. I have changed it to Chandra. And I am trying to create another object with the same 103 and Chandra. So I am trying to get the operator 3 and operator 5 from the map. And for the both I got the null value. And you can understand that I have changed the value of operator 3. Means object I have changed, but the hash map structure I have not changed. But even though I have changed the object, map has changed.
In case we are fetching the operators by using the for loop, then it is retrieving all the result and the updated name is retrieved with a for loop. But whenever we are trying to fetch with a get method, then it is not retrieving properly. This is an important point to note whenever we are trying to add the setter methods to the class which is using as a key to the hash map. It is mandatory to use a immutable class as a key to the hash map.
So let's understand working of compare to method. Compare to method is used when we are trying to put a huge number of similar entries to the hash map. It is used to compare the objects and arrange them in a proper order based on binary tree data structure. Binary tree data structure is implemented in Java 1.8. By overriding the compare to method, we can get best performance in hash map. It is recommended to override compare to method in every class that is used as a key to the hash map. So I have created a hash map, string as a key, integer as a value. I have put multiple strings to the map and whose hash code is similar. In case the hash code of the multiple entries is similar, then it goes into the same bucket. So those are falling under 0th bucket, means all are falling under 0th bucket. So when we are trying to get a entry from the 0th bucket, then control has to traverse
One entry by another entry.
So this is a performance degradation. In case if I want to find 100th element in 0th bucket, then it has to traverse through 99 elements, means 99 nodes. So
This is performance degradation.
to increase the performance of this one, in the Java 1.8, they have come up with a solution like this. They have used a compare to method to implement the solution. Means while adding the entry and while getting the entry, they are properly arranging the entries in the bucket. Means they are using a tree rather than a linked list. I have taken numeric values to explain this one. So whenever we are putting the entries, first I have put the 4. So it goes to here. Then I have suppose I have put 1. Then it has to compare with the 4. So
1 is less than 4.
it comes down. Then suppose I am adding 3. So it compares with the 4. 3 is less than 4. So it goes up to the 1. Then I am adding 2. Then 2 is less than 4. So it comes to the down. Then it again compares to the 3. Then 3 is greater than 2. So it again compares to the 1. Then 2 is greater than 1. So it falls above to the 1 and below to the 3 and below to the 4. In this manner, binary tree and the element have been arranged. I want to get first element from the hash map. Then 1 will be taken as a lookup item. Then first it will search with a 4. Then obviously it comes to know that it should be down. Then it comes to the down again. Then it searches with a 2. Then further it understands that it will be down to the 2. Then it goes to the 1 and it returns the value of 1. And it did not search for the 4 entries in case if I want to search 1. So this is a performance improvement towards hash map in the Java 1.8. So let's see the example of compare to method and its implementation. So I have written a class called dummy test. In that I have created a hash map, empty hash map with a key as a dummy and value as an integer. Let's see what is inside the dummy. So I have taken a string inside my dummy class because I have created a custom class to understand the importance of the compare to method, equals method and the hash code method. I have written a SOP statement for all these 3 methods and I have just created a getter method and a constructor to instantiate the dummy object. So let's take a look of a dummy test. So I've created a map. I have added 6 entries to my map. All these 6 entries has a similar hash code. So, and I am trying to fetch the threshold and capacity of it after adding 6 entries. And I am trying to put 4 more entries to my hash map, and these 4 entries hash code is also similar to the previous 6. And I am trying to get the value from the map. Let's see what happens. And again I am trying to put the 4 more entries in my hash map. These 4 entries hash code is also similar to the previous ones. So I am trying to add 1 more entry which is equal to the previous one. I am adding one unique object as a 16th entry. Then I am trying to find out AA, BB, BB, AA. So I'm trying to get the value of it. So let's try to execute this program and let's try to understand the output of it. Right clicking on the program, run as Java application. You can take the output from this point. All the hash codes are similar. Whenever the hash code is similar, equals object is executing. Means I'm trying to put the first entry, there is no equals method because first entry this is, second entry once equals, third entry twice equal, fourth thrice. In the same manner, whenever I am putting the 6th entry, 5 times equals method as executed because 6 entries hash code is same. And till this point threshold is 12 and the capacity is 16. And I am adding few more entries, means 4 more entries to the hash map. Till this point I have added 10 elements and 9 times the equals method as executed. And this time I am trying to get the entry from the map. So this one value for the key 9 value for this key. So while fetching the value, it is executing the equals method. So and I am trying to put 11th entry. Okay, till this point I have added 10th items. This time I am adding 11th entry. So for the 11th entry, equals method has been executed for 10 times and compared to has been executed for 24 times. So why this has been executed for 24 times? Because the hash map reaches to the 3-5 threshold. By using the binary tree structure algorithm, using the compare to and equals method, it arranges the elements in a proper order. Okay, that is the reason it has executed these many times. And whenever I am putting 12th entry, equals method has executed 5 times and hash code method has executed 4 times. added 12 entries to the hash map. Means this is a 12th entry, only 5 times equals method and 5 times compare method. Whenever I am adding 13th entry, only 4 times equals method and 3 times compare method. Whenever I am adding 14th entry, only 5 times equals method and 4 times compare method. Till this point 14 entries are added and size of the map after adding 14 entries is 14, and threshold and capacity has been increased for the 4 times. Previously it is a 12 and 12 into 4 48 and 16 into 4 64. 4 times it has been increased. Whenever I am adding 15th entry, compare to method has executed for 2 times and equals method has executed 4 times. So by overriding the compare to method, my execution of the equals method and compare to method is getting decreased as we are adding the entries to the hash map. Finally, I am trying to fetch the value. This value means AA, BB, BB, AA value from the hash map, which is a 14th, means this is a 14th entry. Whenever I am executing this one, you can see that equals method has executed 6 times and compare to method has executed 3 times.
So by this I can say that in Java 1.8 hashmap performance has increased by using the compare to method. Hope you understand the usage of the compare to method.
So let's see how to download the source code from the Git repository. I have copied this link in the video description. You can take the link from the video description and go to the browser, enter the URL, click on code, click on download zip. Go to the download, right click on the zip file, extract all.
Click on extract.
Go to the Eclipse, go to file, go to import. Existing project into the workspace, click on next. Select archive file, click on browse. Choose the hashmap project and click on finish. So this is how you can import the hashmap project into your workspace. By using the git bash also you can do it in the same manner. So this is the end of hashmap internal implementation. Thanks guys, thanks for watching this video. In case you like this video, please share it with others and your friends. In case you did not subscribe to this channel, please subscribe it now. Here you can see some references. It is a difference between equals and hash code.